So hey, I'm Matt Quirk. I am a partner in crime to Mr. Brian Fife, which many of you clearly know. So Brian and I are the sort of brain children of parents' children.
I like brain trust.
Brain trust. There we go. Brain trust behind the Adapt and Thrive Mastermind. So we started this at the beginning of the pandemic as a way to connect local businesses and make sure that people knew that there were opportunities ahead of them, even though they were very unclear on what those opportunities were. So seeing a lot of very familiar faces out there. Thank you all for coming back. It's been a very long time since I've seen some of you. So Happy New Year. This is our first episode of the Mastermind back. And yeah, so we'll just jump right in. So today our kind of premise for our first little session here is revamping your website with purpose. So if I can click properly here, there we go. Just as a reminder, we are Local Links. We are business connectors. We're here to connect all of you with all of you and all of other people. So thank you for joining us. So again, today, revamping your website with purpose. We've got a couple questions that we want to ask ourselves, really, about your website. So assuming everyone has a website, we should be asking these questions. If you don't have a website, I would love to hear why, just because I'm curious, and I will nag you until you tell me. So first, have you updated your website in the last 6 to 12 months? This is a crucial question that we should all ask ourselves, especially right now during the pandemic that keeps going on and on and on. It seems to be the thing that never ends. Whether that is good or bad, it's not for me to say, but we're just here to help you get through it and make sure that you can actually prosper during and then be ready for what comes after. So answering that question of have you updated your website in the last 6 to 12 months? It's crucial because things have changed. And if you don't change with the times and be responsive, your audience and your customers will probably find somebody else to help them. And that's not good. We want you to keep as much business as possible. So second, what could you do this week to update your website in a meaningful way? And we can get into some answers to options of what that might be for you guys. And lastly, does your website help visitors quickly understand who you are, what you can help them with, and how they can get in touch with you or start doing business with you? How do they give you money to help them solve their problems? So those are our 3 big questions that we wanted to kind of just workshop here. So who wants to jump in? Has anyone updated their website in the last 12 months? Jeannie, jump in. You were on mute.
I'll jump in if nobody else does.
Humberto, was that you?
Yeah, yes, Humberto. Pleasure to meet you. Hi, everyone. Cool. I updated my website in the last month and a half and just relaunched it the first week of January.
Awesome. What was your motivation? What drove you to do that?
I got a lot clearer on my messaging and the services I wanted to focus on and the wording as well. So kind of just worked on the, I guess you would call it the copy side of the website. Before it was a little more complicated, a little too high level, and I wasn't so clear on my services. So as I got more clarity through conversations with a lot of people and just getting the reps in of talking about what I'm doing, that helped me get a clearer message. So I took the opportunity over the last 6 weeks to redo everything on my website and relaunch it.
That's awesome. I love that. Getting clear on your message. Great reason to update your website. All right, Jeannie, I see you've come off mute.
No, I couldn't find, I had too many windows open. I couldn't find it. I updated my bio on my microsite that I have to my firm. I'm not able to have my own site. I have to use the microsite.
Yeah.
I updated the bio because of the fact that, you know, although I've gotten a lot of compliments on it, I've also had some other professional people to tell me the term tighten it up. And I'm like, well, what does that mean to you? Right.
Right.
And so, you know, make it more personal, which if I'm hiring a financial advisor, I don't want to hear anything personal about them, to be honest with you. But, you know, this is what I'm being told is what people want. So put some more personal things in there, updated the hours, removed my old assistant's name and face off the thing. And now I'm getting prepared to update it again in the next month or two, with probably a whole new bio, a whole new hours, and a new assistant on there.
Awesome.
They have added some features though that we didn't have before. One of them, there's these little quiz things at the bottom. So one's called Starting Point. So you could put information in there so the financial advisor can find out where do you really want to start from. And another one is called My Priorities, which prioritizes, what your priorities to be, so that I can look at and see if they're actually in the right place. So those are really, really nice. And then they've improved the button to ask for an appointment. So they've made some updates to the site. So it's been helpful. It hasn't driven a whole lot more traffic to me, unfortunately. But it's an update. Yet. Yeah.
No, that's good. I love a couple points that you said. So things that had changed, you needed to update those, get your old assistant off of there, and make sure people weren't, trying to reach out to her, because that's not going to be helpful to you. And then one of the things you said that you seem unsure of is the putting some personal information up there. I think one of the things that people forget about is that we are all people, and we all tend to flock towards the people that look like us, whether that is in things they care about, or in things that they have presented an interest in. It could be building a community. It could be you saying you're an animal lover, and you're now attracting the segment of your business and speaking directly to them that is also animal lovers. I can say for certainty that my wife and I wouldn't have been allowed to buy, our offer wouldn't have been accepted. There we go. Our house, if we had not written a personal letter saying that we would take care of the feral cat that lives in the house. The previous owner was really, really attached to her. Wow. And we actually got the house, and we were, if I'm remembering correctly, we were more than $5,000 below the highest offer. And he took our offer because of that letter that my wife wrote, talking specifically to him as an animal lover. So showing your personal side can be very valuable. It's not for everybody, so I'm not saying everyone has to do it, but you can find those things that align and with your previous customers, and find those similarities and start adding those to your bio. In the case of Jeannie, things like that can be really, really powerful. All right, who else?
Back on something with what she was saying.
Yeah.
I used to be a branch manager at a financial institution, and I was also a certified financial counselor through the bank. And people didn't want to come talk to me unless they knew some things about me that they could connect. So don't get too personal, but adding that little bit adds a really good connection for people and will bring them to you.
Love that.
Okay.
Great call out. Thank you.